What's going on, everybody? Jjohnson, Athens Ford. We are in a 825 horsepower, that's right, 825 horsepower, 2017 Ford Mustang GT performance package. Everything was done here that you see courtesy of my in-house team, Athens Auto Sports. So we're getting 825 horsepower. That's to the crank, not to the rear wheels, but to the crank. And that is courtesy of a supercharger from Whipple, which is located out in Las Vegas, Nevada. So thank you, Whipple, for hooking us up with the supercharger. So as most of you may know that have seen the videos, stock GTs are gonna come with 435 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. So with this one, we're bumping it all the way up to 825 to the crank and 640 on the torque. So almost double the horsepower, which is a crazy amount. So other than the supercharger, we did some other modifications to the vehicle, both exterior and performance-wise. So it's gonna have the Whipple Supercharger, quad tip exhaust is courtesy of Ford Racing, so we've got that on there. On the backside, complementing the exhaust, is the rear diffuser. It's the GT350 style. We put that on there as well, so it gives it a nice aggressive look from behind. We've got some pieces from APR with the rear carbon fiber spoiler, and also with the front splitter up on the front bumper. Also, the hood is from Cervini's, so we've got that on there. And again, everything was done here in-house, so we can basically build whatever you want. This car right here is the creation and idea of my GM at the store, so shout out to Brian Clower. This one is his baby. He came up with it, and the team was able to bring it to life. So it's got plenty of power. You know, I'm taking it really easy right now. The wheels, they will spin, obviously 825 horsepower, so there's no problem there. I won't be doing any burnouts in this video, so sorry about that. Early disclaimer, spoiler alert. But plenty of power. I would not suggest this being a first vehicle, especially, you know, if you're not used to driving a manual or first vehicle at all, because it's got a ton of power. It is not for beginner drivers, so you definitely need to have some driving experience in a, you know, performance car or something with this amount of power before you get behind the wheels. So other than, you know, myself and the GM and the tech Chris Fagan that you'll see in this video here as well, we're the only three people at the store that really, you know, can take it out and drive it. So we won't be doing any joyrides, unfortunately. So sorry if you come to the store expecting a test drive, but obviously it's to A, keep the miles low on the car, and B, protect the vehicle, the salesperson that you'll be with, hopefully it's me, and yourself, obviously, you know, if you're going to be driving the vehicle. So we're out normal road. We're on Cleveland Road, stretching it out here. So plenty of power. Like I said, this car will absolutely fly. You will have no trouble on the road having fun in it. Obviously, I do not condone street racing, but you will not be the slowest car on the road. Keep it in Mexico though, right? We'll go ahead and flip it along here, and in this video we're gonna switch it up and do a couple shots, a couple flybys, and also a little ride along here. So I've told you majority of the stuff about the vehicle. If you need to know more, feel free to email me. We've also got on the inside, one thing that I forgot to mention is the GT350 style steering wheel, and we've also upgraded the shift knob here. So we're gonna switch it up and do a couple scenes here without me talking and just of the vehicle.
Hey, I'm Chris with Athens Auto Sports, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this car today that we built. It's one of my favorite builds. We actually do a lot of supercharger installs. We do Roush, we do Shelby Whipple, we do Ford Racing. We're a dealer for all three of those. We're also a dealer for Cervini's. We do a lot of different builds, and we can do any build that you want to do. We can make anything look the way you want it to look, and it just look mean. So to go over some of the things we did with this car, you know, this car is fast from the factory, and then we come in and we put a Whipple Supercharger on it, and that boosts the horsepower up to 825 horsepower. And if you're not familiar with that, this car will set you back in the seat, and let me just tell you, it feels unreal. We upgraded the axle shafts on this as well. We put Ford Racing axle shafts in the rear. Because of the upgraded power, we don't want the factory axles to break, so we want to go ahead and install those Ford Racing axles, and we like to do that on every build that we do a supercharger with. Just it's just a safety thing, plus the longevity of it that you will have in this. The Whipple Supercharger also comes where you can actually detune each cylinder. So if say you're spinning in first gear and you want to take this thing down the road, you can take 25, 50, 70% out of each individual cylinder that you want to do. Of course, that's for advanced you know, settings and things like that. We can go over that with you. That's what goes with this car. You get that with this car. We put a Ford Racing exhaust on this as well. It's the kind of like the GT 350 exhaust. It's quad exhaust out the back. It's not so much of a loud, just in your face loud. It's a classy loud. It's really just, it's got a great tone to it. You know, different people like different exhausts, and we wanted to do this car as more of a classy growl that it has when you take it down the road. We put a GT 350 steering wheel in this thing as well. The GT 350 steering wheel has a felt on it, feels great. You got the little red spot in the middle on the top of the steering wheel, and basically that helps you drive the car. If you got it left and it's spinning, you know where you're at. So but here at Athens Auto Sports, this is what we do. We build cars like this. This one right here is a bad car, and you know, this thing will get away from you really fast. So I would recommend when you buy this car, because you're going to want this car, and we'll make you one just like it if this one's gone. Just be careful with it. That's all I can say. It's a very, very fast car, and so this is what we do here. If you want to get in touch with somebody at Athens Auto Sports, you can call Jimmy Cox. He does great with all of our aftermarket things that we do. And like I say, if we don't have the part, we can get the part, and we'll put it on for you. So like I said, my name's Chris Fagan. I build these here at Athens Auto Sports, and I would love to have your business. Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We do these videos quite often. Most of them are performance vehicle geared, so be sure to keep a lookout. Again, like the channel. If you are interested in this vehicle or building one for yourself, feel free to email me directly. Email is going to be jjohnson at athensford.com. That's going to be the letter J, JOHNSON at athensford.com. So be sure to email me there if you have any questions or requests.